It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Wednesday, the 10th of January. I'm Michael Groff. Another cold start to the day out there, but temperatures will be warmer this afternoon. An increase in clouds tonight and a chance at precipitation across much of the state tomorrow. Although I wouldn't get too excited about it, it does not look like it's going to be a significant amount of rain or snow. But at least it's something, and then we'll see a gradual warming trend as we head into the weekend and for at least the first part of next week. Of course, there are signs of an Arctic air mass plunging southward across most of North America. Will we be included in that? Of course, we'll talk about everything going on with that and all the weather happenings as we dive on in. First, the almanac from yesterday. How about 56 degrees for the afternoon high, 35 the morning low, 67 and 45 are the average temperatures for this time of year, so we were well below average. And outside now here at about 8 o'clock, we've got clear sky. And these observations look very similar to yesterday. 37 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point 25, 60% the humidity, a light wind, the barometer steady. The upper level weather pattern across the nation. That system that brought this bout of cold air to us on Sunday is now almost gone. It's moving off the east coast, of course. The area of low pressure still over the northeast, and that's just wrapped up in a big mess of snow and rain and wind there. We've got another system lined up to the north and west of us. Actually, much of North America is under troughing right now. And we see what's going on with the watch warning map. Again, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, wind, coastal flooding, gale warnings, all of that for the northeast U.S. is just a huge mess. Also over the Pacific Northwest, winter weather advisories, winter storm warnings, wind. Now for us here in Arizona, specifically around the Phoenix area, we still have that freeze warning in effect till 9 a.m., but by the time most of you see this video, that will have expired, and there are no more freeze warnings posted for tonight, as we do expect increasing clouds and warmer temperatures, but there may be the need for another freeze warning for Thursday night or Friday morning, as we'll talk about momentarily. Convective outlook for today, no organized severe weather. A little risk of thunder to the north of us across parts of the Great Basin into Utah. And for tomorrow, we've got the standard slight risk of severe storms for East Texas, parts of Louisiana, Arkansas, West Mississippi. And there could be a more widespread severe weather event not only tomorrow, but Friday across the southeast U.S. And here's the precipitation outlook. This is valid through Wednesday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix generally under 1/10 of an inch. We could see a little bit more than that to the north and east of us. And of course, some of that will come down in the form of snow. And we'll figure out what's going on with this weather pattern in more detail. To do that, let's explore the models, see what they have to say. This is the GFS. It is the 06Z run valid at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Again, broad troughing over much of the United States, at least the lower 48, with that one system moving off the east coast of the U.S., off the northeast coast, and then we got another system lined up to the north and northwest of us, and that'll be dropping in here tomorrow. But what it means for us today down at the surface, how about mostly sunny sky, high temperatures, upper 50s to about 60. Should be a pretty nice day, albeit, again, those are temperatures that are below average. The normal high for today, 67, so we'll be anywhere from 7 to 11 degrees below that. Now for tonight, increasing clouds will not be as cool. Overnight lows might still get down close to freezing in the coldest spots, but most of us will be somewhere, I'd say, in the upper 30s to about 40, if not even a little bit warmer than that. But then tomorrow, here comes that next system. It's going to drop on in here. Most of the real cold core and energy with this stays just to the north and east of us across the four corners and points to the north and east. However, we will still have at least a decent shot at showers. We'll say showers will be likely in the morning and then decreasing by the afternoon. And we've got the rain chance in our forecast in about the 60% bracket, and that seems reasonable. I think this is a pretty high pop but low QPF event. And again, high probability that we'll see something, but not much. For almost all of you, rain amounts will be under 1/10 of an inch with this system as it comes on through, and it should stay in the form of rain. The snow level should stay at or above 4,000 feet with this. But temperatures tomorrow should be a bit cooler. Highs, mid-50s. All right, Friday, that system's out of here. But in its wake, another bout of cold, dry air comes in. So Thursday night, Friday morning, we'll wake up to lows, maybe mid-20s in the coldest of valley locations. Most of us, though, upper 20s to mid 30s. So another freeze warning will be likely. Bring the pets in and cover up the plants and all that sort of thing. And the day on Friday, highs mid to upper 50s. Saturday, another fairly substantial system moving into the Pacific Northwest, the northern Great Basin, the Intermountain West. But all of that is going to stay to the north of Arizona, unfortunately. So that's just going to result in mostly sunny to occasionally partly cloudy sky around here, with high temperatures warming up on Saturday, upper 50s, low 60s, low to mid 60s on Sunday with mostly sunny sky. Here is Monday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Looks like a pretty nice one for us, with mostly sunny sky and high temperatures climbing further into the mid 60s. But a big change in the weather pattern is ongoing over the central and eastern part of the country, with Arctic air just diving southward. And it sure looks like we're going to see the coldest temperatures we've had so far this winter all the way down to the Gulf Coast with time. And with that, there could also be some trouble here with some freezing rain, perhaps all the way down into parts of Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, maybe North Alabama, maybe a little bit of snow down there too. Obviously, that's a detail of this forecast that's going to have to be worked out with time. The main weather headline with this, maybe a few strong storms, but obviously the Arctic air is the big deal, because by maybe next Tuesday morning, we could see low temperatures down in the teens all the way to the Gulf Coast, from Houston over to New Orleans, Biloxi, Mobile, Alabama, points to the north of there, for maybe northern Louisiana, Arkansas, central North Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, temperatures in the single digits, perhaps in a few locations. And a little further to the north of that, below zero. Now, this is not going to be one of those where it gets to 50 degrees below zero in the Dakotas, but this is just a widespread, very chilly air mass. I would say temperatures probably around 20, 25 below for parts of the Dakotas, maybe northern Minnesota, as we go into the middle part of next week. But guess what? For us, we're protected by the Rocky Mountains and the Colorado Plateau. That generally is what keeps these Arctic air masses from moving on in here. And so, in fact, we've got ridging that's building off the west coast and a dry northwesterly flow. So temperatures for us will be up in the mid-60s next week. Lows will generally be in the 30s and 40s. A week from today, this is Wednesday the 17th, we've got troughing over the eastern part of the United States and Canada, and a ridge to the west of us and a dry northwest flow. And that means temperatures could get pretty close to 70 if this verifies. Going out 10 days, this is Friday the 19th. The ridge may start to break down with time as some energy dives on in, and maybe that could set the stage for troughing to return to the southwest way out there toward that following weekend. But that's out there in fantasy land, folks. We'll see if that happens or not. But the bottom line is a period of near normal and then eventually above average temperatures are possible here and looking more likely, especially by the middle and latter part of next week. Looking at rainfall for Phoenix off the GFS ensemble out through the 24th of the month. The mean here on the GFS, about a quarter of an inch. European, fairly similar. In fact, the spread's a little higher, though. It's got some members that show nothing, some that are up there at an inch or so, but the mean about a third of an inch. Temperatures off the national blend of models, again, below average today, tomorrow, Friday, and then as we go into the weekend and next week, getting near normal, and then eventually even above average, with highs potentially getting above 70. Now, overnight lows will still be seasonal, probably in the 40s for the mid-city and 30s for the cool spots. Of course, Friday morning probably going to be the coldest morning we have for a while, with lows down into the mid and upper 20s in the cold spots and low to mid 30s for the urban core. And that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video is due back here tomorrow morning. Should you happen to enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell. Leave those comments, questions, suggestions. And of course, if you really like what we do here and you want to support us monetarily, click that little thanks icon below the video here on YouTube, like, what's this guy's name? Truth of Time did yesterday. And, or Time or Truth. I had it here just right in front of me, and now I lost it. But anyway, I really do appreciate the donation. As always, appreciate each and every one of you for making your monetary contributions, $2, $5, $5,000. Every dollar helps in the furtherance of this channel. And we could not do this without all of your support, watching the videos, making your contributions, whatever the case. Also, the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion is my one and only, the sweetest of all time, Asian sensation, proprietor of sweetchildaz.com.org and the Facebook page of the same name, Sweet Child Arizona, and traveler extraordinaire, statistician, and just all around jack of all trades. I'm talking about my Michelle. And if you want to check out her travel videos chronicling her solo adventure to the Philippines from last month, then go ahead. The links, I should say, are down in the description of this video. Part 1 and Part 2 are down there. So check that out too. There's a lot. This is a content smorgasbord that we give you here. It's not just me and my weather videos. There's all sorts of stuff to take a look at. If I ever get around to it, I've got other channels of content that I do. So we'll see. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, all of your continued support. It is so greatly appreciated. Be safe out there, and you guys have yourselves a terrific rest of your Wednesday.